Welcome to Redesign My Life. I'm Twan, and thanks for coming along on my journey as I try to redesign my life, and you might be doing the same thing. Hey guys, I just read this article on Yahoo, and it was such an amazing and transformational story, I had to share it with you guys. So as you can see here on this Yahoo article, it says, single mother of 5 proudly poses with children in law school graduation photos. We did it. So Aisha Champs never could have imagined what she would achieve when she grew up, as she bounced around family homes, entered into the foster care system, and had her first child at age 19. But nearly 14 years and a total of 5 kids later, the single mother is about to graduate from law school after a difficult journey, and she says her faith led her through it all. The 33-year-old, who is originally from Port Arthur, has been through a lot. However, from the looks of her beautiful family and her recent graduation photos, it seems like the more trying times might have been worth her consequent path, from leading her to Houston and to a church that provided her with guidance, as well as the people she would quickly call family. Champs is now seeing that her earlier struggles are coming full circle, and it all goes back to one Child Protective Services caseworker, Gail Covington, who picked her and her siblings up when Champs was just around 7 years old. I'll never forget it, Champs tells Yahoo, of the moment Covington brought them to a home outside of the chaos that the little girl was used to. I cried so hard because I missed my familiar surroundings, even though they were horrible. And one day, I woke up in time for school. I actually had a bed to sleep in, and we had brand new clothes on the floor. It was then that I realized my friends had no idea about this type of life. What Champs explains as the drug-filled environment where she lived with her mom was the norm for everyone in their neighborhood. Once she had an idea of another type of lifestyle, she began to wonder what she could do about all of the people she left behind without help. Her teachers introduced her to the idea of becoming an attorney and providing a service similar to what Covington provided Champs. However, she would eventually return to a toxic environment soon thereafter. Being adopted by a maternal uncle, Champs says that she and her siblings eventually ended up back in an apartment with her mom, which ended up leading her down a bad path. We really didn't have much guidance, Champs explains. My sister ended up having her first baby at 14. I ended up dropping out of school my 10th or 11th grade year and ran across my kid's father. We ended up having our first child, and then we had a second, and it just kept on going. It was when Champs had 3 children and a 4th one on the way that her life began to change. Her sister enticed her to attend a service at Ministers for Christ Christian Center in Houston, led by Bishop Richard and Louise, who she now refers to as Dad and Mom. Champs recalls a service where Louise, who serves as a prophetess, called the single mother up to the front of the church and offered up information about Champs' future. Louise said that God wanted Champs to go back to school to get her GED, so she could eventually follow her dream of becoming a lawyer, a dream that Champs had never shared with Louise. She told me that God will take care of me, Champs says of Louise's encouragement. During that same year, it was 2009, I ended up having a house fire. I lost everything that I had. I got laid off from my job. The father of 2 of my children died of cancer while I was 7 months pregnant. I literally tried to kill myself and ended up going back to get my GED. Champs credits the inspiration and prayers from the Holmans for getting an associate's degree in paralegal studies at Houston Community College and a bachelor's degree at the University of Houston. Both degrees eventually brought her to the Thurgood Marshall School of Law at Texas Southern University, where she'll be graduating in May. Although receiving her Juris Doctor degree was far from easy, she commends her 5 children for making it possible. Giving her time to do her work and rest, Champ says her eldest son, who is now 14, has been amazing at taking care of the other 4 children ranging from 5 to 12. He always took them to do activities and have snacks and things like that. In order to honor this commitment, she decided to include all of them in her graduation photos, which was taken by the bishop. He's a professional photographer and knows my story, so I wanted him to be very active in that. Now, as the bishop's photos circulates around the internet, Champ's older children are beginning to understand what going viral means. However, Champ remains focused on what she wants to do with her doctorate once she passes the bar exam, which is to become a general attorney with a specialization in family law and juvenile law, and eventually become a judge. I feel like what I've been through as a child and in my upbringing, I can probably help some of these juveniles who may feel like there's no hope for them, Champs explains. I want to be the one to fight for those children who are in those horrible living arrangements, to try to help reconcile with the family, or if not, give them the same opportunity I had. I don't know about you guys, but that story gave me goosebumps reading it. Being raised in a bad environment and ended up having a family at an early age, I can somewhat understand. One time I was at a shoe store and the girl that was helping me was 19. While she was helping me out, she glanced at her phone and found out her sister was having another kid. She comments out loud, "Oh, I want a kid." I then asked, how old was she? She said 19. I then asked her what she was doing now, and she said she was in college. She said she'd rather have a kid. I said, why? She said because her sister is 23 and she has 2 kids already, and that she feels that she's behind. I started thinking, there's nothing wrong with starting a family, but if you are 19 and you're in college, you have the whole world ahead of you to go out there and explore. And here she is thinking that she feels she's behind in having a family. That's exactly what she was talking about in the article. People don't know any better based on their environment. I then encouraged her to finish off school and then start thinking about having a family. I told her she has plenty of time. Go out there and finish school and finish off that goal and figure out what you want to do after. She had that hesitant look on her and she said she'll think about it. But based on that look in her face, it looked like she wanted to follow in her sister's footsteps. Now, Isha said it best in the article. She knows there's a lot of kids like her raised in that negative environment and don't know any better. I already know she's going to change a lot of people's lives based on her actions and the goals she has set for herself. Kudos to her. Also, I always talk about it in videos. We all need help. We all need mentors, teachers, guidance, and coaches in our lives. And this story shows that. The church, bishop, and wife took her and her family in as their own, gave them spiritual guidance and encouragement, and that was the thing that helped light a fire underneath her to go pursue her goals and dreams. This story has all the makings of a movie, all the struggles and tragedies, pain and suffering, and a light at the end of the tunnel from faith, determination, hard work, and perseverance. I found it to be truly inspirational. She spent 2 5-year windows to accomplish her dreams. Now she's 33, which means she still has over 30 years of working till she's 65. That's what I'm talking about right there, where most people are somewhat complacent at 33 and settle for their lives. She still has the world ahead of her. I wish her good luck and best wishes towards becoming a judge. I know she's gonna do it. Please use the story to light a fire underneath your butt and tell yourself you can reach your goals. If a single strong woman can take care of 5 kids, work a full-time job, and get a college degree, there shouldn't be too many excuses we can make for ourselves. It might take us longer than what we're expecting, but our goals can happen. I'm Twan. Thanks for watching me as I try to redesign my life, as you might be trying to do the same. Click that like and subscribe button, and I will talk to you soon.